What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more J-drama score, and we're going back to the score for Undercover Agent Tokage, starring Shota Matsuda as the title character. I mentioned it before, this is a really cool show about a detective who's really observant. He was trained by his father in these ways. His father died when he was young, and sort of part of the show is him sort of coming to terms with that and realizing how it's affected him and ultimately getting at the truth of what's happened. He has a sort of rookie female partner who is in many ways naive, but she really, has a strong sense of justice and wants to, root out wrongdoers. And so they go undercover. They're part of a private agency, but they work with the police. It's a typical sort of detective show sort of premise. But yeah, it's really cool. I mentioned it before. It seems like it was shot on a smaller budget. Some of the action and like infiltration scenes are shot, very tight angled instead of like large sweeping vistas with like a massive building and so on. But it's really cool for what it is. And I enjoy not only the the plot and the acting, but the score, which again is done by Kimura Hideakira. I mentioned it before. He's a composer who's shown up in a few shows that I've been reacting to the music from. And the first time I reacted to the soundtrack, I reacted to Nostalgia, which is a tune that's often played during like flashbacks. It has a very emotional, sort of sweet, kind of tender sound, which fits because the main character, Tokage, is often thinking about his father and the sort of happy memories, and also like his father teaching him how to be observant and so on. Well, this tune that we're going to listen to now, Long Goodbye, it's built off the same theme, but it's like it takes that theme, stretches it out, slows it down, and then adds a number of other atmospheric elements and makes it into something even more profound, I think. It has a slightly different flavor. The nostalgia piece is, unsurprisingly, it's very nostalgic sounding and tender and sweet. This is that, but it has a melancholy, it has a sadness to it, and indeed the name Long Goodbye, which again, it not only is used in relation to some of the incidental like episode or the individual episode plots, but it also relates, I think, to the main character Tokage coming to terms with his father dying and letting go of that sort of piece of unresolved lack of understanding, what exactly happened to his father and so on. So the idea is that if he can figure out what that is, he can put this all to bed and so on. So yeah, I think it's a tune that works really well because, this works especially in TV shows. You can do it in movies, but, TV shows where you have multiple episodes and multiple hours of programming, you can take a single theme and then weave it into different pieces of score so that the audience is like recognizing a piece of melody, but they're hearing it in different formulations, different configurations, so it's both familiar but also fresh. So again, I love the idea of taking the very nostalgic piece, Nostalgia, and then reconfiguring it, slowing it down, stretching it out, and making it emotional in a different way, in a sort of forlorn or sad way, but also one that feels like it's concluding. It's like it's maybe melancholy, but it's also bringing everything to a close and a proper sense of closure. So let's get to it. This is from, as I said, the Undercover Agent Tokage soundtrack by Kimura Hideakira, and the tune is Long Goodbye. It's really beautiful. Again, nostalgia is a great piece. I think I like that even better. Maybe it's because I'm aware that, it gets played more often as the show goes along, as again, there's a greater sense of understanding what happened, coming to terms with it, and, getting some sense of closure. And indeed, as I was listening to that, I was thinking, not only for myself, but anyone out there, hopefully, whether it's through information or just through the healing power of time, hopefully the ghost of your past, can be put to bed and closure can be found for anything that might be hanging over. But yeah, do let me know what you think of the tune. I think it's fantastic. Shout out to Kimura Hideakira. We'll come back for more of the soundtrack. There's another really cool piano piece on here. I'm forgetting what the name of it is. The name of the piano piece is Past. It's just Past, which again, nostalgia, past, long goodbye. I feel like, there's definitely some time and emotion related themes at play on the soundtrack and in the show, certainly. So yeah, let me know what you think of that one. I will see you next time. Peace.